Welcome to Stock Talk. This is your host Scott. Hope you had a good day in the market. We did have a market fought all day long, and we finally had a green market across the board. The NAS was up pretty good most of the day. It was up, but the other two had to fight to stay green, get green. So the Dow closed up 33 points, the NAS up 139 points, and the S&P up about 16 points. So good day in the market. We have some red, we have some green in our portfolio. We'll take a look at that here in just a minute. We're going to take a look at the futures and talk about what's going on there. It looks like Trump and company are ready to turn the country back on. So we'll talk about that a little bit, and I'll talk about some of the trades I made today, and we'll talk about what we're going to do for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, and you know how Friday goes. A lot of times there's a sell-off, so we'll take a look at that and get a game plan together for that. All right, so let's go ahead and cut over to our portfolio, and let's take a look at that right now. So here's our portfolio. As you can see here, we're kind of a mixture of green and red today. I guess we've got the big losers today. We're going to be MPC down 8%. And then you got Cliff down another 7%. Man, Cliff has been getting beat up something awful. Their earnings is about a week away, so we're not going to really do anything yet with that one. But we'll keep an eye on it after their earnings, and I don't think it's maybe a bad idea to cost average that in a little bit. But MPC, we did cost average that a little bit again today. Added to the positions in both the IRAs. So that's one I've been wanting to cost average, and that's a good point at where I could cost average there. So I did that. Novavax up 3.25%. Novavax started out strong. Let's take a quick look at Novavax. A lot of activity in the pre-market, and it opened, let's see what the open was, about 1760 here. But then it shot up pretty good. It did have a little news here talking about their coronavirus commencement in Australia, first COVID vaccine trial. So that was really news. It's already out, but they just had a little bit more news about it today that it's going to start in Australia there. So that got people excited a little bit, but notice the volume. The volume's still low. We're talking half volume. And so when you see that, that's usually just a little frenzy going on there, just based off that little bit of news that's out there. And people get really excited a lot of times. And so they'll drive the stock up. And so what we did today, we sold today, sold at, let's see here, I think it was 18.25. Sold some shares out of the IRA. And then I did try to sell some more. I was going to sell the remainder of my shares at 18.50. But here's what happened to me. It hit 18.49. Now, how many times have we talked about that? 1 penny away. They 1 penny away from letting that order go through. But I sat there and watched it, and it's hit that 18.49 several times, up and down. But I never did get my trade to go through. Still got to cut, you know, some of that Novavax left. I'm way up on it, ready to cash out on it because I still think this thing's going to draw back at some point. I still think the market's going to draw back too, but we'll talk about that a little bit more here in just a minute. But Novavax had a good day, and we did take advantage of that and got rid of some more. That has been a good one. All right, so let's take a look here at our portfolio. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got our DIA and SPY. They were all green today, just like the market. GBTC, our Bitcoin Trust, up to 7%. That's a pretty good one. EXAS was up 6%. So those were our two winners today. Get the Bitcoin Trust and EXAS. And EXAS, let's take a look at that one. That one has made a terrific comeback in the last month or so since this thing hit the bottom right here. Look at this. This thing hit $35 back on March 18th, and here we are sitting at $71. Well, actually, look, after hours now we're at $73. What is that? That's almost a 100% gain. Well, it probably is a 100% gain. That is crazy. That's crazy. Wished I would have cost averaged that one back when it was down that low, but didn't want to put all my cash out there at one time, especially on a single stock. I felt more comfortable with the ETFs than I did this one. But that's a great run for that one. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. We didn't lose because we still holding the ones that we have, and I have cost averaged a little bit in one account, and the other account we're still sitting with shares somewhere around the $80-something range. So we're getting back there. Sometimes it just takes time. We've got time. So, all right. So that's our portfolio. You can see here the charts. Red, a lot of red, a lot of green. So, kind of so-so day. I kind of got a little bit fed up with it. When I get fed up with it, or just things get a little bit boring, I'll just, I'll pull away from the market and I'll just go outside today. Did a little bit of that, got outside, cut grass, did stuff like that. So sometimes you just need to get a step away for a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. But we've had a great comeback since the fall, so we're happy where we're at. We've got a lot of cash on the sideline too, a lot of cash. So that makes me feel good too. So we're over the 30% range on the cash in both IRAs. So we're ready for a pullback if it happens. That's what we want. But if it doesn't, we're in good shape. There's nothing wrong with having that cash. We'll start playing with it. We'll start putting it to work, and we'll start trading daily with it if we need to. But right now, I'm just kind of sitting back waiting for a pullback. All right, so are we going to get a pullback? That's the question. So let's go take a look at our pre-market and see what's going on there. Today was mostly red. Yesterday was the day before was red. And I thought, maybe we might get a red Friday, but I want to show you what this pre-market's doing here. Looked at it earlier. Let's just refresh everything just to make sure. Yeah, we're still up at the 800-point range. We're going to have, it looks like, start out with a very good, strong day tomorrow. Now, question is that going to last? I mean, you got 800 points here. You're looking like 3% across the board almost. Here's the reason why. Opening up America, Trump and company issued these new guidelines to open up part of the U.S. So it's kind of a staged approach. If you watched any of the press conference, it's kind of talking about, you got to hit certain levels before you can start doing certain things. But it's just going to be a kind of a staged approach as how quick we go at this thing. So he's given the power to the governors. So the governors are going to be pretty much able to call all the shots, and so it's going to be state based, and of course the federal government's going to be there to assist in any way they can. But it's really going to boil down to the governors of the states, what they're going to do there, and so. I'm a big football fan as far as college football, and I sure hope they get this thing going before the college football season kicks off. It's going to be strange. I'm sure if it even gets started, it's going to be a strange way to do it. I'm sure they're not going to fill those stadiums up, as early as fall. So because they're always looking for a resurgence of this thing in the fall as well. They're going to be keeping their eyes out on that. But it was a really good conference today, press conference. A lot of information from the doctors. So if you hadn't had a chance to watch it, make sure you check it out on YouTube. It usually has it on there somewhere. So that's what I usually do is I watch it if I miss it. But today they had some really good information about how they're going to stage this stuff. So I suggest you watch it if you get a chance. As far as tomorrow, I'm going to still be looking for opportunities to sell the rest of that Novavax if it goes up. It's down in pre-market a little bit, so I'm not sure how it's going to act tomorrow. It has been following the market pretty good, so I'll keep my eyes out on that. Probably won't be buying a lot tomorrow because it looks like everything's going to be up. So we'll be happy with just everything being up. I know that we are getting up on the QQQ. It's turning green, so we'll watch that one. If It's around 2% in the post market. I think I'm up in one of the accounts with that. So if it gets up to about 4 or 5%, I may sell that tomorrow on Friday. We'll just play that by ear because we're not really needing a whole lot of cash right now. May just let it ride for a little while. But I think tomorrow's going to be a pretty decent day. But here's what I'm pretty sure is going to happen, and I may be wrong, but this market's going to open strong in the morning. But don't be surprised around 1 o'clock, somewhere around there, you're going to start seeing people take their cash and go home. That's what they do. And it may happen earlier than that. You just got to, it's probably going to happen though. If it's strong all day, that's going to be a good sign that we may have definitely had our bottom, and that we won't go back to any of those levels anymore anytime soon. But this economy's got a long way to go for it's back on its feet. So, and we'll be struggling with that for the next couple of months. But it's going to go up and down, I believe. But I think the trend is going to be up. I'm not so sure about the pullback yet, but I'm still not giving up on that pullback because I really think this earnings news and things are still going to be bad. But can the market look past that? That's going to be the question. Will the market look past that? We'll see. We'll see. Hey, I really appreciate the new subscriber we recently got. Also appreciate you watching the videos. Continue to watch the videos. Now, I'll be out of pocket, and I'll get back on here Sunday night so we can get ready for talk about what we did Friday, and also get ready for Monday's opening of the market. But thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. Take time to relax and have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye. To subscribe, click the button in the right-hand corner. Thank you.